Irreverent, entertaining, cool. You're listening to LA Talk Radio.
You're listening to Peace Fund Radio with Ethan Dettenmaier and Adrian Paul, right here on LA Talk Radio.
Good morning.
Good morning.
No music this morning, just our dulcet tones pinging across the radio waves.
It's a studio full of exhausted people.
Yeah. After this week, I need a rest, but I can't do that. I'm going to do a film.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I'm doing a film with some really interesting cast.
What's interesting? What classifies?
It's called The Secrets of. I want to say Linda Blair, but it's like Emily Blair. It's a psychological. What is it called? It's a. What are those? Like Ouija and all those. Not psychological. I can't even think of the name of it. What is it? It's not a psychological thriller. It's not a horror. Not a. Psycho thriller, anyway. Well, it's all about...
It's like Supernatural?
Thank you, Supernatural, thank you. My goodness, that just came in from nowhere. Did you hear that?
I did hear that.
It just kind of like dropped in all of a sudden.
Is it a supernatural thriller? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it's a supernatural...
I watched one of your movies the other night. My daughter caught you on screen, goes, hey, there's Adrian. It was Iborgs?
Iborgs. Yeah. Actually, they did a great job on the special effects on that with no budget.
I thought you did really good in that, actually. I have to admit. I mean, I usually hesitate to watch my friends on film because I don't want to be... But you actually pulled it off.
Thank you.
So.
I like acting. It's fun. It's a fun thing to do. It's playing. You're playing. You know what I mean? That's just what you're doing.
Well, you can act like you're having a good time when you get tagged out on the Peace Funds Games obstacle course.
That hurt. No, that doesn't hurt. They actually don't. It doesn't hurt that much. It stings more than anything else. But it's not unless you listen. Look at the weather. The weather here is pouring, and I've been looking at the...
No, but it's good over the weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's sunny. It's sunny over the weekend.
I've been checking. We both have a fit. So we both... it rained on me last year at my
Christmas really?
breakfast. So I've been watching... I had the forecast coming in about 21 days ago, and I've been watching. So you're good. You're going to be great. I think it's going to be really pleasant for you guys down there.
Yeah, I think it's going to... I think apparently it says it's sunny on Saturday, and it's going to be partly cloudy on Sunday, so that's okay because you don't want to get too hot.
Right.
I mean, the one thing is if you're doing, it depends. And I'm doing a little research on my on grounds, because we've got two different types of grounds. We've got the paintball grounds, and we've got the actual the hill, the regular turf grounds. So we the AstroTurf and that. So. Depends on what you're wearing on your feet as well, because you gotta basically make sure you're not going to fall over when you're doing stuff like that.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it too.
Yeah. It should be a lot of fun, But anyway. This morning, we're going to talk about all the charities that are involved in Peace Fund Games this weekend. They're all the celebrities. We've got a huge amount of celebrities coming out for the event both this weekend, December 6th and 7th, down at Oceanside at Camp Pendleton Paintball. And I'm supposed to be going after the show, but I've got way too much to do. I've still got to get a couple of things. So early tomorrow morning, probably around 5:30, 6 o'clock, I'm going to drive down there, take the little tour down there. But we've got our celebrities turning up on Saturday morning and Sunday morning to actually take part in these games. And I think we've also got a lot of very interesting giveaways that are going to be taking part in the games themselves. Mm-hmm. And I'll actually be giving away some things on a couple of radio shows early, probably on Thursday and Friday. Those radio shows will be down in San Diego area.
Good.
And so those giveaways could be kind of fun as well, because we want to promote people, get them in there. Come, please, see us, participate, because you can participate either whether you're online or not. You know that, right? You can actually do both the online games and you can do the in-person games, I'll call it. Should we call it in-person? Yeah, not impersonal, but in-person. You can actually be there, play the games, and meet the celebrities and play with the celebrities. And you can also do it online. You can actually, do all the donations. We're calling them gifts, very much like the Peace Fund or the Hunger Games is. You gift in things to the players that they can use during the actual game. So that's kind of a lot of fun. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about. Anyway, John obviously came in. You've not said anything else, John, this morning, have you? You just
I have not. You've got it all covered.
You just wafted in for a second.
I did.
For that one moment, and you know, but you know, obviously today's Giving Tuesday. Or sorry, yesterday was Giving Tuesday.
Is that a real thing?
Yes, absolutely. It's a day when charities, families, businesses, community centres, and you know, students around the world come together for one common purpose: to celebrate generosity and to give. Thank you to everybody who contributed to our page. If you missed out, it's at www.gofundme.com/peacefund. And it's not too late to help us make a difference. You can check that out. It's a campaign until the end of the year. And consider making a donation that the Peace Fund will use to fund various initiatives that help those less fortunate kids around the world. So our GoFundMe campaign. I even have a video on there. Basically, it's our new EPK video that
You
I
have
put on
several
there.
videos on there.
I know. I've got several videos everywhere. I'm really worrying the videos that are out there right now.
I think the videos are actually fantastic, though. It's a great way to sell it.
Those were kind of fun actually to do. So those of you that haven't checked it out, check out the Peace Fund Games social media videos. You can find them on our Facebook page, on social media, Peace Fund Games social page, on both Facebook and Twitter, and they're floating around on YouTube as well. God help me.
Well, John,
The video on the GoFundMe page turned out really well.
who is coming to this thing?
Are you talking about the paintball games?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to know? Well,
Who are the brigades? John, you must have the information.
Well, actually, I've got loads of people. Brendan Villegas. I'm going to say that wrong. Actually, we're going to talk about his charity this morning. We got Brett Lockett. Hold on a second. I'm just pulling up the page because I've got so many guys here that it's kind of funny. We've got Brett Lockett. We've got obviously Carrie Keegan, Dan Bilzerian, who's very well known to a lot of the paintball and poker world. Chris Lasoya, who's a paintball pro, is coming as well. We've got the list is kind of endless at the moment. It's how else do we have? We have Eugenia Kuzminia. We've got Eric Moran, Jason Long, Jacqueline Tobani, Jackie Christie, Kalina Cordova. If I say that correctly, Kalina de Cordova, Nate Adams from BMX, Rachel Riley, Robbie Arnell, Robbie Jones, Ryan Edge, Renee Neshoda, from Storage Wars, Stefano Langoni.
Storage Wars?
Yes, Storage Wars, they're coming too. Stefano Langoni, who was one of the he's a music artist, obviously, from America's Got Talent. Not America's Got Talent. It was a... if I say it wrong, I'm really sorry. Todd Martinez, paintball pro, coming. Walter Jones, Adrian Wilkinson, Deirdre Barnes, who's one of the dancers for what's his name? Bieber, Justin Bieber. Oh, okay. See, I know a lot of that stuff, don't I? Yeah. My good friend Yancy Arias, who actually put out a video this morning. Yeah. Yancy put out this weird, fun video. You can actually watch it on the Twitter sites that we put out this morning and on our Facebook page. I love people when they take the initiatives. Angelique Bates, Dalal Bruckman, who's a musical artist. Mark Ryan is coming. Steph Dawson, Milan Christopher, Hank Baskett, who's a reality star and a ex-football star as well. Frenchie Morgan, who's a different celebrity. We can have it. Hazel E. We've got Luke Benwood. I mean, listen to the list. I've got like 40 people. All these celebrity players: Ryan Collette, Rodney Squires, Brandon Short. I mean, there are so many different players from different types of arenas. It's kind of really interesting.
Okay, very good. I'm looking forward to it. I like to see how it all pans out with these guys and see how they do.
Well, the first day is going to start with a 10-team elimination, unique spectator and participation challenges. You can actually do things like the challenges, which are the bow and arrow challenge. You can come down. If you want to just play on the Sunday, you can also come visit on the Saturday as well and play some of the challenges for $5 a top, $5 a shot. So they're easy, but you do win prizes when you do that. If you get the best times in the day, there are prizes set up for that. But there's fun for everyone based on kids, There's all levels of paintball experience. It doesn't matter. You can just grab your tickets, join the fun, go to www.thepeacefungames.org, and you can find all the information, how you can join in online or join in actually on the day. What were you going to say? What were you going to say? You were just putting your hand up for a minute. I know,
I was going to actually... I was going to give you a note that we had a caller, but now we don't have a caller. So when the caller calls back, I'll put him through.
Yes, well, we are. I mean, I'm hoping to get callers this morning. I did put a tweet out this morning for callers.
I see that, yes.
Yeah, I put a couple of tweets out for people to come and
instead,
join
they
us.
just come right to the studio. They just show up. Actually, real quick, I want to introduce a friend of mine who, this is my friend Dennis Hayden, who you may know from the film Die Hard, Wild Bill. He played the terrorist. What was your role in that, Eddie?
Eddie.
Who was like just... Everyone thought you were Huey Lewis, right? Huey Lewis cast as a terror. Dennis Hayden playing Huey Lewis playing a terror. Anyway, he came by to drop off some 8x10s for our Christmas breakfast, and so I invited
you're
him to
dressed
sit in
up
front of
really
us.
this morning for the Christmas breakfast already in red. I see.
Yes, you've got
the
your
hat,
Santa
the shirt,
colors on.
You got the
Dennis.
Santa colors
I'm
coming.
an Aries, man. I'm always red.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
You're like my brother. My brother's Aries.
And I'm a Chiefs fan, And
A what
that's
fan?
Chiefs.
Oh, a Chiefs. I thought you said Chiefs.
Chiefs.
You can be a Chiefs fan. What was your? You were a little upset that you weren't cast for Die Hard 2 because you said you created a whole backstory for yourself when you were killed by Bruce Willis in Die Hard.
Right. Yeah. When he shot me in the head, I had a steel plate in my forehead, and it just knocked me out.
Yeah, and you were ready to do the sequel, but for some reason your phone wasn't ringing.
That's it. I don't get it.
I don't get it. I don't get it either.
Really, I woke up and stole a ambulance like you suggested.
Yes, right. He woke up, stole the ambulance, got away, came back to besiege an airport.
Die Hard 6 to come back.
Die Hard 6, right? Reunite the original cast.
Don't we know this guy? Wasn't he?
Yes. Yeah, but anyway, he came by to drop something off that we're going to actually auction off at the silent auction. Are you doing something like that down at your Peace Fun Games this weekend?
No, we're not going to be auctioning off stuff. It's just too hectic.
Because look at this fabulous Die Hard shot.
Oh, look at that.
When he takes after he eliminates the security guard and puts on the security guard's jacket and tie. And then you and Al Leong, another buddy of ours, have candy bars while you fight off the SWAT guys.
I love that movie.
It is a great movie.
So much fun.
It's a great Christmas movie.
It is a great Christmas movie. Nothing
Die
like the
Hard.
holidays like blowing up a building in Century City.
It is, yeah.
It's like blows me away.
It does. Hey, we got a phone call. You want to take it?
Sure, let's take the phone call.
All right, here we go. Hello, you're on with Peace Fund Radio.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello. Can we hear you?
Good morning. Good morning.
Who is this?
I'd like to speak to Adrian Paul, please.
You're speaking to Adrian Paul. Who's this?
You're on my list, Adrian Paul. I'm coming to collect your soul this weekend.
I'm guessing this is David Reaper Justin.
You should be a detective. You're very good.
Aren't I good like that? You see, I do watch social media posts.
Listen, congratulations on this event. It sounds like it's going to be fantastic.
Thank you. And you're actually you do a lot of paintball, don't you?
Yeah, actually every weekend, and then I get flown all over the world to play too. So it's really fun.
That's awesome. So I see you've been tweeting out a lot of. Where did you get your name, Reaper?
Well, the biggest thing was I was playing against a bunch of other teams, and they always said, "You always pop up unexpectedly." And I said, "Yep. When you see me, it's too late." So they said, "Well, you should be the Reaper."
So
that's where I got it.
That's where it came from, and then a character was born, right?
Yeah, the brand started about 2 years ago, and then it just really exploded. And it's nice because we do a lot of things for charity, and we do a lot of things to promote mag-fed paintball. This weekend there's going to be several different styles of play, but mine is mag-fed, which we only use pistols or rifles that have a magazine with a limited amount of ammunition.
Uh-huh.
So we're really into promoting that. And listen, the biggest thing is to respect your opponent. That's what we do. We're not trying to hurt. We're trying to grow.
Yeah, that's so true. I mean, that's what this event is really basically about. Is really to sort of introduce a lot of people that haven't figured out this event yet, or how to actually play it, or have looked at it online and said, "Oh, that's kind of interesting, but I don't know." But to introduce everybody to it, because I know we've got a lot of different things, at the event, which are even, for kids as well. Kids Splat, which is the it's 6 to 11, 12-year-olds that can actually play the event. So that's awesome. I mean, I think. I think
you know what? I think that's great. The Splatmaster thing that you're introducing is fantastic for the kids because it gets them involved in it's a little bit hide and seek and a little bit of tactics, but it's also just fun. And if the kids can get into it and realize that it's not about hurting anybody, and that's the biggest thing that a lot of, I think, parents are thinking, oh, this is guns and you're hurting and you're shooting. And no, it's about 5% about that and about 95% about just having a good time and, tactics and teaching kids to work together as teams is just, you can't pay for something like that.
Well, I think that's what all the celebrities and all the people coming together who don't know each other to actually try and work together as a team to win the Saturday competition. So that's going to be interesting to watch because obviously we're going to have pros and celebrities and the general public mixing in different teams to actually compete that day. So it's going to be interesting to see how people work together as well.
I think it would be fantastic. How did you come up with this idea?
Actually, on Peace Fun Radio, funnily enough. It was sitting here with a gentleman called Luke Goss, who a great actor, a personal friend of mine, and him and I mentioned paintball at one point, and we said that would be a great idea to do that. That was about a year ago, year and a half ago.
Is he gonna be...
He's supposed to be coming down, yeah. So
he's an enthusiast.
Yeah, so he was really interested, and then Luke went and started doing a lot of work, and I just took the ball and ran with it.
Wow, well, you ran in the right direction because it seems to be it's going to be a great thing. I mean, I've been in the business for a long time, and to have something like this where you're mixing celebrities and paintball people together, it's kind of hard to do, and you seem to have pulled it off, so congratulations.
Well, the interesting thing is we've had a huge amount of response from celebrities, and obviously we've kind of had to now sort of curtail how many we have, because otherwise it would just be celebrities playing, and would just be. But the event is for raising money for the Peace Fund and for different charities, so people can do it online. So I'm really encouraging the celebrities and all the players to actually tell their friends, their family, their fans to go to our page on the Peace Fund Games website to look at the sponsor a player, which is you can sponsor them for $10, for $5, pick as a flat donation, or you can actually pick one of the gifts, which are give them extra paint, give them some extra air, make them come in early on a game, or delay another player coming in. So many different ways you can actually do it, different ways on Saturday and Sunday.
Like the Hunger Games.
That's fantastic. But then they can also, you said it's also interactive online. They can actually watch the game too?
Correct. They'll be able to, we're going to be, the finals, the last, we're finalising that today, so that we'll actually be doing some streaming. I may have a surprise on that if the meeting I have today goes through, but we'll see what happens with that. But there is something that is possibly coming to the United States, so we might grab on early regarding online streaming. But otherwise, we'll actually have it will be viewed, and it will definitely be streamed out or tweeted out and Facebooked out by a team of Twitters and Facebook users, so that you can actually get photos, live updates, messages to the celebs and to the different players. So it's going to be.
Well, speaking of your social media campaign, you know who Colin is, obviously, right?
Yes, of course.
This guy is fantastic. I just met him through this whole situation, and he has been like shepherding me through everything. He's like your guardian angel behind the scenes.
Well, he's awesome. I know he's going to be down there. And David, thank you for calling me this morning, and I'm sure I'll see you in the next couple of days.
I'm looking forward to it. Take care.
All right, take care now. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So, Peace Fund Games, the charities we are going to be supporting. There are obviously some different charities, and I'm going to mention some of them. Brendan Villegas, I want to say Villegas or Villegas. It depends on, I think, where you come from when you say it. And Rachel Riley are supporting Give Kids to the World. Give Kids to the World is a non-profit organisation that exists only to fulfil the wishes of all the children with life-threatening illnesses and their families from around the world to experience a memorable, joyful, cost-free visit to the Central Florida attractions, if I can say that, and to enjoy the magic of Give Kids the World Village for as long as there is a need. To date, they've actually had about 132,000 children that have had their dreams come true at Give Kids the World. And it's interesting, when we've had that issue before, when we've had other dream organizations, dream charities that actually come in and people say, well, shouldn't you give them food? Shouldn't you actually help them aid? Well, giving them a spiritual uplift is just as important.
Oh yeah, there's different forms of giving, of course, and they're all beneficial.
Yeah, so I mean, as you know, you're giving them presents and you're giving them
I get more out of it than the kids do at my event.
But you're a big kid anyway, so that doesn't really matter.
I get way more out of it spiritually than the kids do probably at the time, I think, personally. And I think we should modify your Peace Fund Games for next year, where we do it in skyscraper that's under construction, and I'll assemble the original cast of Die Hard, including Dennis here. We'll get all his cohorts together, those that are still with us because Gutenov passed away, and you have to pick a guy who can make it through the building without getting hammered by these guys.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. It would be called the... What do we call the Die Hard Games?
The Die Hard Challenge.
The Die Hard Challenge.
Challenge.
Actually, the Peace Fund Games is set up for that. I mean, each year, hopefully the theme will be slightly different, and we will adjust the theme each year. This year, obviously it's based on the Hunger Games, which is forever popular at the moment. Yeah. And, we will adjust the theme each year so we can have it'll be a fun, event every year probably.
Yeah, I think so. I think it should be.
Anyway, so just talking about Give Kids the World. It's basically www.gktw.org. So you can follow them, and you can also support Brendan and Rachel at the Peace Fund Games. If they win that, they'll give money to Give Kids the World on the Saturday event. They actually have, just as another little bit, they have a 70-acre non-profit storyboard resort located near Central Florida's most beloved attractions, where children and their families are treated to a week-long, cost-free fantasy vacation complete with accommodations in the village's whimsical villas, transportation, donated attraction tickets, meals, and much, much more. Wow. So I think they get a very big, amount of things for this type of organisation. And they also get one I think is the most important thing, a most welcome escape from the weight of their challenging circumstances. Yeah. I think that's very interesting. They've been doing this since 1986, and they've hosted more than 120,000 deserving families from all 50 states and more than 70 countries. So a very worthy organisation.
Yeah, great cause there.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, Give Kids the World. I want to talk about another one. Justin Bieber's dancer, Deirdre Barnes, is actually supporting St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital.
Another good one.
Another great organisation. Where you can find them at www.stjude.org. Their mission is, of course, to advance cures and a means of prevention for pediatric catastrophic diseases through research and treatment. And I know a lot of celebrities and friends of mine that actually have supported St. Jude's over the years. It's really unlike any other pediatric treatment and research facility. The discoveries that they made there have really completely changed how the world treats children with cancer and catastrophic disease. And we talked about cancer, was it last week or the week before? These weeks are running into...
Yeah, I think it was 2 weeks out.
Yeah, and regarding, what cancer is and how it can be cured.
Mercer Petro, it was a good show.
Exactly, yeah, and we're talking about how and why, how to prevent it, but you also need, once you have it, you actually have to find that cure. So St. Jude's is a daily operating cost is $2 million, which primarily covered by individual contributions. So you can imagine, that's a lot of money to raise in a year. They are a very large organisation, and families never receive a bill for St. Jude treatment for travel, housing, or food, because all the family should worry about is helping their child live. God,
Isn't that amazing?
I just think about that. When your kid has to just live, just to survive. I mean, where do you get the money to do it? Where do you get the money for the treatment? So it's very, I think, important to know these organisations out there. And I know a lot of people have heard about St. Jude's.
We've done work for St. Jude's.
Say that again.
We've done some charity work for St. Jude's.
Have you?
Yeah, I approve of that one. That's
yeah,
a good one.
You approve. I'm getting two. That's two thumbs up this morning.
2 in a row. I'm sure they're all worthy causes.
This is good. I know. They have an overall childhood cancer survival rate from 20% to more than 80% since it opened in 1962.
Brilliant.
Which is great. St. Jude's has helped increase the survival rates for acute lymphoblastic leukemia from 4% before opening in 1962 to 94% today. That's a pretty impressive number. They, on average, have more than 67,000 patients every year.
And that's only a fraction of the ones that actually need care.
Yeah.
That's what's staggering.
Yeah, well, I mean, there are other organisations as well, but obviously St. Jude's is a very good one, www.stjude.org. Deirdre Barnes, I hope you do very well doing that. Now, there's also Eugenia Kuzmina. Eugenia is actually supporting the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, www.lls.org. It's the world's largest voluntary health agency dedicated to blood cancer. So we're in the cancer realm again here. Their mission is to cure leukemia, lymphoma, multiple myeloma, and improve the quality of life of patients and their families. It funds basically life-saving blood cancer research around the world, provides free information and support services, and is the voice for all blood cancer patients seeking access to quality, affordable, coordinated care. Founded in 1949, White Plains, New York, and has chapters throughout the United States and Canada. So, again, another very worthy organization that is going to be there that day. John, are you coming to the event? I don't think you are. You're going to be left in the dreary rain and sleet and snow, aren't you?
If I could make it, I would be there. Believe me. But I will be cheering on from Indiana, unfortunately.
Yeah, actually, I want to know why. I mean, I haven't even looked at my player page yet, but I want to see who's going to support me. Which of the Peace Fund people are going to actually support me in the games for the Peace Fund?
We've got your back. We've got your back.
You got your supporters.
I need my supporters. I need them to follow. I need them to donate. I need them to give me a gift, the gift of life. No, okay. Sorry about that.
No, I'm listening.
Okay, thank you. Now we also have Jacqueline Toboni.
From the TV series Grimm, yes.
Thank you very much. From the TV series Grimm. She's going to be there. She's supporting Equality Now, www.equalitynow.org, founded in 1992. They advocate for the human rights of women and girls around the world by raising international visibility of individual cases of abuse, mobilizing public support through the global membership, and wielding strategic political pressure to ensure that governments enact or enforce laws and policies that uphold the rights of women and girls. Now, we've had a lot of Heroes of the Week that have actually been dealing with that, haven't we, John?
Yeah.
Hello, John. We have technical difficulty. I think he just got... You know what happened? It was that closet door. It slammed on him and cut the entire thing going on.
I think I've got things under control.
Oh, this is good.
Yes.
This is good. I was saying that we've had some of our Heroes of the Week that actually want to uphold the rights of women and girls around the world.
We do. Actually, one of our recent ones was Elena Podmoro from Little Women for Little Women in Afghanistan. Back in July, she called into the show. That was a really great show. We had Kimberly Moore that weekend, Anjali Ranadive, Yvonne Elsmari from Pink Celebrity, talking about their music programs, and then Elena had called in to talk about the work that Little Women for Little Women in Afghanistan does to help promote educational equality and safety for young girls in Afghanistan. A really great organization, which can be found at littlewomenforlittlewomen.com.
Well, it's interesting because these organizations, as I said, when we deal with Peace Fund Hub, which we're populating now, all these organizations that have similar types of intent need to talk to each other because they can probably help each other for different incentives or initiatives that they actually have in different parts of the globe. Equality Now basically combines grassroots activism with international, regional, and national legacy advocacy. They basically envision a world where women and men have equal rights under the law and full enjoyment of those rights. Equality Now is recognized internationally as an expert in the fields of human rights and gender equality. They have partners on the ground in 127 countries and conducted advocacy with them in over 40 countries. So another very good organization. And Jacqueline, all the best to you. But you're all going down. Especially Carrie Keegan. Carrie Keegan, poor! Carrie Keegan's going down on Sunday.
It's quite hostile in here. There's a lot of animosity.
Well, I like it because there's no recourse. None of them are calling me right now. None of them are saying, "Oh, well, we're going to be doing this. Oh, I'm going to make money. You're not going to do it." So I can say what I want.
Hey, so if somebody was to walk up to the games, somebody heard this and said, "I'm going to go to this weekend." What's the protocol there? They just drive down to it, or
you can drive down. I mean, there are different. It would be better to actually register online, but you can drive down to it at Oceanside. All the directions you should look at should be on the website. Don't use your GPS because Camp Pendleton is a little bit funny with directions because it's a sensitive base. But you can just get on it. You can just show your driving license. You shouldn't be driving on and off and on and off and on and off the base because they don't allow that. They allow you to come on, I think, 4 times or 5 times in this period, in a short period of time. So come on, join the games, and leave.
So you literally drive onto the base.
You drive onto the base. It's very close to one of the. It's right off of one of the freeways from Oceanside. And
are people that drive onto the base for this, they're going to know where to go? Or are they going to be? They're going to know where to?
Yeah, the minute you come through the gate, it shows you on the Peace Fund Games website. You look at directions, and it will tell you literally we're having a huge 6-foot by 6-foot Peace Fund Games banner put right on the front on the main road. That'll go up there tomorrow, and people can see it from the. You'll see it very easy from the road. The minute you come in from the gate, I can't remember the name of the gate, but that basically you'll be able to see exactly where the games are. So you need to check online, check on the actual site, and see where the games are actually being held. So make sure that you do that. Driving directions are on there. Also, if you need to call us for anything, we now today have a number on the site that you can call, 310-954-1364. The Peace Fund Games hotline. If you need any information, if you need to know how to play, what you need, what equipment you need, anything you need, how to bring people in, directions, etc., etc.
And how much does it cost on the day if you're a walk-up?
If you're a walk-up on the day, if you come up on the to come in, it's $49 for the weekend. So you can actually come in to play the Sunday games
for 2 days.
For 2 days, you can actually play in open games on 2 days. You would not be able to play in the challenges; those would be extra. But you can actually get a $79 pass to play in any challenges that you want and play in any open play on the 2 days. The actual competition on the Saturday is a separate fee. That's to play with the celebrities, although the challenges actually have some of the celebrities posting their times on the different challenges, as well as taking a pot shot at you on our on one of our challenges.
Well, I do that every Wednesday.
You do that, so I'm not really. So I'm actually immune to that now.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't even need to get involved in that. I score 100 points on that weekly on you.
Right. Thank you very much. Anyway, just so that you know, the St. Louis Rey gate of Camp Pendleton is where you enter. San Luis Rey, R-E-Y, gate, and you drive about. You enter the gate and you're 1 mile, and the paintball park will be on your left. So, and you'll see the big sign. So it's not that far into Camp Pendleton itself. I got lost the first time when I did it, using the GPS. So don't do that. Next organisation supported by Carl Massey, Starkey Hearing Foundation. I supported that foundation when I went to see them back, I believe it was July, when they had their big fundraiser. Their mission, so the world may hear. Very impressive organisation. They basically want to bring understanding between people through caring and sharing. Good day, sir.
Yes.
Dennis Hayden's taking off.
Dennis Hayden, good to see you again,
He
man.
came by just to help out the charity. This guy's all class.
Got a leak in my roof.
Got a leak in his roof. He's going
it's all the rain
place
and then,
up.
yeah.
It's putting a few rounds through the ceiling.
That's why I got the leak.
All right, buddy. Thank you for coming
So
out.
the Starkey Hearing Foundation, they believe by growing engagement in this cause that they can increase tolerance and respect for life. What I really enjoyed most about this was, the founder of that organization was there in all the countries that they visit to put hearing aids into the children that they bring. They fit more than 100,000 hearing aids annually to children and adults through their global hearing missions and the daily efforts of their domestic Hear Now program. And as a member of the Clinton Global Initiative, they've pledged to fit more than 1 million hearing aids for people in need this decade. So Starkey Hearing Foundation, you can see them at www.starkeyhearingfoundation.org. Now remember, all these names and organizations will be on our website at the end of the day. Carl Massey, good luck, but you're not going to win. See, they didn't. Carl, are you here? No, see? Just told him I'm going to win.
Kyle, of course, is the star of the Disney Channel's Corey in the House show. So if you've got kids that you're bringing to the event, I'm sure they would love to meet him.
Exactly, yeah, and also support him online. As I said before, you've got to support him online because he's going to need all the help he can get. Gift of Hearing opens up a whole new world of opportunity, connects individuals to life and helps them realize they can accomplish more than ever they thought possible. Hearing aids are very important tools, but they really strive to empower people. They help toward a better life and leave them with the knowledge that they too can improve the lives of others. Starkey Hearing Foundation is in over 100 countries and have supported over 1.6 million have supplied over 1.6 million hearing aids, changing countless lives. Yay! John, I'm going to let you bring the hero of the week. I've got three more organizations to talk to. My goodness. Obviously, the Peace Fund is going to be there. Protect, educate, aid children everywhere. Unlikely Heroes by Luke Benwood. Look, John, I'm going to let you introduce Luke.
All right.
That's not quick enough. Okay, go on. Sorry.
Yes, Luke was in the film Dear John. You can go look him up on the Internet Movie Database and check out all of his other credits: How to Eat Fried Worms, Minutemen, Mel Gibson's We Were Soldiers. He's been in lots of things over the years. Ben is supporting a charity called Unlikely Heroes, which you can find at unlikelyheroes.com. This is named after a collective group of people across the globe who refuse to leave 27 million people trapped in slavery. Hard to imagine that slavery is still an issue in this day and age, but it's out there and it's thriving. It's thriving more so than ever before, unfortunately. The people who support Unlikely Heroes are heroes, not because the masses know their name, but because they're willing to take up that fight, from rescuing children out of brothels to running restoration homes to using our gifts to start campaigns or spread awareness. These heroes make a difference in many ways. $28 billion is generated from commercial sexual exploitation. $28 billion, making it the second most lucrative crime in the world. 100,000 children are prostituted in the United States each year. How is this possible? How is it possible? Luckily, Unlikely Heroes is out there every day doing the best they can to rescue child victims who want to share their stories and help stop the trafficking cycle. They have various programs: Rescue, which is rescuing children on the ground in high-risk areas; Restore, which is operating restoration homes that provide housing, safety, food, medical care, education, life skills, and therapy to these children who have been rescued. I mean, oh my gosh, it's heartbreaking to think what psychological and physical and emotional shape these children are in when they're rescued. They need a lot of help, and this restoration portion of Unlikely Heroes' mission is very instrumental in that. And finally, they educate through their awareness and prevention campaigns. Their teams have educated over 20,000 people on the issue of human trafficking and how to fight it.
Well, John, thank you so much. Luke Benwood, good luck. But as I said before, you're not going to win. I am. Also we have Padres contra el Cáncer. I said that in my Latino type of voice because I thought I could. But they are www.iamhope.org. They are supported by Stefano Langone, or Langon, depends on if you're Italian or not. Langone. I wonder if he is Italian. With Stefano Langone, I would say that's a very Italian name. Very Italian. I'm going to ask him when he comes down. And Yancy Arias, my friend Yancy. You can give Stefano was on America's Got. Was it America's Got Talent, John?
I know he's a recording artist. He's a singer now. I'm not sure which of the ones he got his start on.
Yeah, there was. I remember him. I remember him. He was a good singer. He's supporting Padres contra el Cáncer, as is Yancy Arias, committed to improving the life of Latino children with cancer and their families. It seems to be a very big issue, cancer, this morning. They began their mission 26 years ago to support the needs of the Latino community who have higher risk of medical problems due to the series of complex factors, including language barriers, socioeconomic challenges, and the limited access to community resources. Their culturally relevant and linguistically appropriate programs, Padres bridges these gaps to promote a comprehensive understanding of childhood cancer and other blood disorders, as well as effective methods for treatment. It's the only organization of its kind in the United States. They have unique programs, activities, and services that benefit childhood cancer patients from all ethnic and economic backgrounds, serving families from initial diagnosis to survivorship. No family is turned away. They started in 1985 to support 8 families in Los Angeles. Today, the organization has assisted 8,300 childhood cancer patients and 41,500 immediate family members through partnerships with hospitals in California, Florida, New York, and Nevada. Now, it's important to know that the family is always affected when you're dealing with something of this nature, because it doesn't just affect the child, it affects all their siblings, their parents, their loved ones. So the support has to be huge. Every year, 13,500 children and adolescents are diagnosed with cancer in the United States. 3,300 of these children are Latino. So please support them, listen to them, support Stefano and Yancy for Padres contra el Cáncer. Padres contra el Cáncer. And I could say that in Italian, but I won't. But a very worthy organisation, another great one we've got this morning. The last one I want to give a shout out to is Music Heals Foundation. Now, we've had music on the show many times, haven't we, Ethan?
We have, and it's always been exceptional.
Yeah, and obviously, John, we've had
so many heroes of the week over the years. Measures for the Future we just had last week. Music to My Ears Hanover. Lots of really incredible organizations started by children. Little Kids Rock, Kimberly Moore's programs. So many great ones.
Yeah, and this one, www.musicheals.ca, is being supported by Sam Sarpong. Who is
Star of Love Don't Cost a Thing.
Thank you, Star of Love Don't Cost a Thing. And he's supporting it because they were formed to help awareness of the healing powers of music to help fundraise for music therapy and related services across Canada. Now, the interesting thing is that we did discuss how music has a lasting effect psychologically and how it is a communication tool for us without words. Without words is very important because that goes back thousands and thousands and thousands of years when we couldn't even talk. And music, whether it was beating a rock or beating a stone or making a noise, was actually considered a form of communication. So we realized that it actually affects the subconscious, even in a child, at a very, very, very young age. So music is very important. The mission for Music Heals Foundation is to support a wide range of music therapy services to communities across Canada by providing ongoing funding for those agencies that develop and use music therapy. The core mission is to fund music therapy hours. The majority of their funding goes to increasing access to music therapy by funding additional hours of service by accredited music therapists. And in addition, they run a number of fun and exciting programs to help raise awareness and money. So I hope we were able to raise some money for you guys this weekend. Sam Sarapong, good luck. Yeah, good luck. That's all I've got to say. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck. Well, John, I don't know if we can actually... I'm going to actually talk a little bit about the Peace Fund this week. We're going to possibly not do the child.
I think we should. I think we should focus on the Peace Fund and some of our partner charities.
I think so. Yeah, because we've got the Peace Fund. I want to talk a little bit about the Peace Fund, founded in 1997 by me. But the idea was to help children everywhere, and the initial program, School Makes a Difference, started that in the educational program, and now we have a series of strategic relationships with organizations around the world that aid and continue to help aid and follow further our commitment to protect, educate, and aid children everywhere. That's where peace comes from. Protect, educate, aid children everywhere. Now, some of our partners have been able to do that very, very successfully. Mercy and Sharing, which is a US-based non-profit organization, provide care for and education to abandoned, orphaned, and disabled children in Haiti since 1994. We've supported them for the past 2 or 3 years. We actually had our Microsoft Giving campaign that supplied kits for them. We've supplied them with funding, and they do a great job at taking those kids off the streets, which actually also affects some of the other organizations we had this morning, such as sex trafficking, child slavery, and stuff like that nature, because that's what happens when kids are left to fend for themselves on the streets, especially in a place like Haiti, which its socioeconomic structure is shaky at best. Mercy and Sharing staff works hard to nurse the children they help back to health by providing food, shelter, education, and most importantly, a loving environment that builds character and integrity. John, I'm going to let you talk about Relief Fund for Romania.
Relief Fund from Romania is one of the first organizations that we worked with. They're a United Kingdom Romanian charity organization whose mission is to relieve poverty, sickness, and distress through projects helping the children, sick, and elderly of Romania's institutions and most disadvantaged communities. Relief Fund for Romania sponsors national campaigns. One in particular was the prevention of tuberculosis and raising the standards of medical care. Statistics show that every fifth Romanian child, 1 out of every 5 Romanian children, is exploited. Some 900,000 of the approximately 5 million children of Romania are forced to work, and about 300,000 of these kids are forced to perform extremely hard manual labor, circumstances that children simply should not be in. The Relief Fund for Romania works every day on the streets together with the local Department of Children Protection and outreach programs. They identify homeless children very early in their lives on the street before they fall into the inevitable risks of substance abuse, criminality, prostitution. They are offered food, they're offered friendship and support Every child that they come across is offered these things. And they also provide drop-in daycare facilities for children who do not wish to be admitted, so they will still have access to medical care, showers, food, support, whatever it is. It's a very fantastic organization.
I found this organization, or we found this organization, because I watched a TV show that basically showed what was happening in Romania to the kids that were left destitute in beds because of the Ceausescu regime, and how these kids were left abandoned, crippled, and mentally deficient because they had no one to care for them. And it was a horrible situation. So Relief Fund from Romania do a fantastic job. Children's Organ Transplant Association is another great organisation we support, COTA, that provides fundraising assistance for children needing life-saving organ, marrow and tissue transplants. Their priority is to ensure that no child or young adult is denied a transplant or excluded from a transplant from the transplant waiting list due to a lack of funds. Now, we did support one of their children earlier this year.
Eli Olson, and I know Ethan did a really great job in putting together a public service announcement and some videos to support that as well.
Right.
We also supported a young boy named Brandon with the David Fry Memorial Golf Tournament who helped us with our COTA goals.
What did you say, Ethan?
Well, I had to give credit to Tyson Sainer. He actually edited the piece in support of Eli Olson.
That was awesome.
Yeah, he did.
Tyson, he was one of our greatest retweeters and supporters as well. Thank you so much, Tyson.
COTA have actually assisted more than 850 families with fundraising to meet transplant-related expenses. And these things are not covered by insurance. It's a lot of money for these kids to go through this. So it's really hard for them to do it. Now, we don't have a lot of time left. I want to just mention very quickly 2 others that we support. Currently, there are many others that we are in contact with and many others that we support. So every penny that you spend goes very quickly to those organizations. Teachers Across Borders, TAB. Many of the world's teachers work in educational environments that lack basic infrastructure materials. TAB, which is Teachers Across Borders, is basically to help teachers raise the general level of education through professional development. The need is critical. We helped Teachers Across Borders Australia go into Cambodia to help restructure the educational system there because it was shut down after the Pol Pot regime and has lasted that many years for it to start coming back again. So they're committed to the belief that education is the key to reducing poverty and gender inequality. So check them out. They're very important. They are at TAB, Teachers Across Borders. The last one, which we just recently had our Peace Fund poker event for, is Wells Bring Hope. Wells Bring Hope is committed to drilling wells to bring safe water and sanitation to rural villages in Niger, West Africa. And I say Niger because that's how you say it. It's the poorest country in the world. Contaminated water kills innocent victims, most often infants and young children. And the burden of getting that water falls upon the women and the girls who walk back-breaking miles every day to find water. And what's the result? They don't go to school. The women have no time to work productively, to generate income. And listen to this. Unsafe water kills 1.4 million people a year in the world, and 90% of them are children. Every 15 seconds, a baby dies from unsafe water. More than 2.6 billion people, half the developing world. No other humanitarian intervention produces a more dramatic effect on life than access to safe water and sanitation. That's what the World Health Organization said. These are organizations we are just supporting. These are the organizations we want to help. Please help us on December 6th and 7th achieve this. We want your help. We want you to support the games. You'll have a great time doing it as well. It's so much fun to watch and to participate in the games themselves. Come down, watch us. Ethan, thank you so much for bringing this. We've had a huge show this morning. John, I know we're running out of time right now. Thank you so much. I know we were going to have a Hero of the Week, but, we actually have run out of time now because of so much stuff we've had to talk.
That's fine. It's a great story that will be just as awesome next week, believe me.
Fabulous. So all of you out there, thank you for your support. Thank you for supporting the Peace Fund Games, the Peace Fund Radio, Peace Fund Poker event, everything. So again, and thank you for the Speechley family for making this show possible. I want to leave you with a quote, which is very important with their sponsorships this weekend. It's from Mother Teresa. It's not how much we give, but how much love we put into giving. This is Adrian Paul and Ethan Dettenmaier. We'll see you again.
You're listening to Peace Fund Radio with Ethan Dettenmaier and Adrian Paul, right here on LA Talk Radio.